Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know a date has ended well when you wake up the next morning naked, not knowing what happened, and you're alone. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Billy is on the phone to do a second date update today. He wants us to call a girl named Dana, and apparently that's how he woke up after their date. Naked and alone, and maybe a little bit afraid. I'm not sure. Billy, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing, Jubal?
Good. So your email said that you met a girl out and you hooked up, and then the next morning she was just gone.
Yeah, man. It was a rough one.
Tell me a little bit about it.
All right, so I was out with my buddies at this country and western bar. So we were having a good time, definitely drinking, and across the bar there's this table of girls, and we're evenly numbered. So we're like, okay, let's maybe start talking to those girls. And through the crowd, I make eye contact with this girl in particular at this table, and I felt like a connection right away. So I grabbed a tray of drinks and brought him over to the table.
Did you pay for the drinks, or did you grab them from an employee who was walking by?
I paid for the drinks.
Okay, I just picture there's a server walking by, you just grab the drinks and bring it to the table, which would be a smart way to do it there.
No, man. No, I ordered a round of drinks, and they gave us a tray to bring it over on. And yeah, man, I dropped it at the table. It was an awesome move, I think. I was like, ladies, drinks are on us. And
nice. How drunk were you at this point?
I wasn't that bad yet. Drunk enough to have the confidence to go over. I probably had 3 drinks at this point.
Okay.
I was not that bad yet. But everyone was in a good mood. Our groups kind of meshed together really well. And then we just kind of kept it going from there. Things got pretty crazy. We kept drinking and did a lot of damage there. We were dancing. Everything was really fun. I got her number there.
Were you guys making out on the dance floor in front of everybody the whole time?
Yeah, we were. Absolutely. We were all over the place,
just making out on the dance floor, on the pool table. Somehow you got up on top of a light and you guys were going at it. One of those type of evenings.
That's that nuts. The kind where you're dancing but also making out, knocking into other people, other people were kind of annoyed.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah, man. It was fun. It was fun though.
When did you ask her to go back to your place?
I don't really know. We just kind of decided it was a little hazy at that point.
You have no idea.
I'm not sure. I remember meeting a girl and her friends. I remember making out on the dance floor and bumping into people and them getting mad. And then I remember waking up naked alone. So tell us about the wake up.
Oh man. I woke up the next day totally naked, and I woke up to my front door closing.
Oh, so you woke up as she was leaving?
Yeah. I didn't get to say goodbye to her. I just it was the noise of the door opening and closing was what woke me up.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm naked, my head is pounding, and I look all over my place. There's empty beer bottles. We clearly came home and drank more, which is crazy. And I have no idea. All I know is I felt horrible, body-wise. And I was like, what the happened last night, man? I have no idea. But yeah, that's how the whole thing ended. And I wanted to continue talking to this girl because I really liked her. So
can I ask, what did you really like about her? Because we've all had the drunk hookup, random, whatever. But how much did you actually get to know her?
Well, I think not as well as you can, I guess, in a few hours in the bar. But just she was really cute, and she was laughing a bunch. She had a really good sense of humor, and there was something immediately just immediate physical attraction.
Yeah.
And then we hit it off. So I called her, left a couple voicemails, and then text, nothing over the top crazy, but just asking hey, what happened last night? And
hey, do you remember last night? Because I don't.
Oh God,
it's always such a charming line, isn't it?
Do you think it's possible that she's embarrassed either by the hookup or something else she did that night?
I don't know. That's what I want to know. I want to know does she have a boyfriend? Does she just totally regret the whole thing? Did I, did I puke? Did she puke? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't have any recollection of getting back to your place and doing anything. You just woke up when she was leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh, man.
So maybe that's it. Maybe she doesn't remember. She like rolled over and was like, "Oh my god, I got to get out of here."
Yeah.
Oh, man, I hope not. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it is. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm interested to find out what happened. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Let's start the second part of today's second date update talking about the things that we know, which is not much. Because Billy is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Dana. All he really remembers about the evening is meeting Dana at the bar, drinking a lot, and then waking up in the morning to the sound of his door closing and a headache, naked, wondering what happened.
Sounds like The Hangover.
Yeah, and now she won't call him back. Billy, are you about ready to give Dana a call and see if we can figure out what happened with your evening?
Yeah, man, let's do this. I just want to know what's going on, you know.
I forgot to ask you, was there any indication that she actually wanted to see you again? I mean, maybe she was just looking for a one-night hookup.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That's totally possible. We could have even had that discussion. I just don't recall it.
They actually, who knows, they could have sat down for 2 hours and discussed the whole thing and been like, here's the deal. This is going to be a one-night thing. I'm going to leave in the morning. You're going to be naked and have a headache. Don't ever text me. And then you blew it, Billy, by texting her to try to get a hold of her. All right. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone, okay?
Thanks, man.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Dana, please?
This is Dana. Could I ask who's speaking?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
I'm sorry, do you have the wrong number?
I don't think so. Is this 26010?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, you're the Dana that I want to be calling. Are you busy right now?
Hold on. What's this about?
Well, my name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show that's called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then you don't call them back after that date, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why you're not calling them back. And somebody emailed us about you.
Who?
His name is Billy. You guys didn't really have so much of a date as you hooked up one night, and he's been trying to get a hold of you.
Wait. What?
You remember meeting Billy?
Yeah, I remember meeting him.
Okay, well, he's wondering why you're not calling him back. He talked to us, and he told us all about meeting you and how much he thought you guys hit it off. And he's curious to find out, if he did something wrong or...
Did he tell you guys about what happened that night?
Well, I don't want to blow him up too much, but he said the details were a little bit hazy because you guys were drinking a lot. But he remembers meeting you, dancing, kind of making out, and then waking up in the morning and you were leaving.
There was definitely a little bit that went on in between those events.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind talking to us for a minute and telling us what that is?
Let's just say that it was one of the more traumatic things that's happened to me in my romantic life.
Whoa.
It was traumatic.
Yes.
What did he do that was traumatic?
Honestly, I feel uncomfortable even saying it out loud again because it was easily the worst night I've ever had in my entire life.
Whoa.
Was he that bad in bed?
Kind of.
He kind of was. Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, now I'm really curious because he doesn't remember anything.
Well, good for him because I will never, ever forget it.
Oh,
All right.
my
But
God,
you
I'm
stayed.
dying right now.
Yeah, you stayed the night. Like it couldn't have been that horrible.
What happened?
Well, I stayed the night because I was too drunk to do anything.
Oh, so if you were less drunk, you would have left in the middle of it, or
yeah.
I don't know. What? So what? Can you tell us what happened? He wants to know. He's willing to hear whatever it is you have to say.
So the lights are off, and we're not wearing any clothes, and it's like all about to go down for us, and I felt this like weird kind of like wet thing kind of like roll down my spine.
What?
Roll down your what?
The back of my spine.
The back. Okay.
So I'm like, maybe he's sweating or I don't know, maybe I'm sweating and don't know it, or
Yeah.
there's like something going on that I don't know about. And so he immediately like pulls away from me, and I'm like, what's going on? And he goes, my tooth fell out.
He lost his tooth down your back?
Swear to God.
Oh my God.
Was it?
And what did you say at that point?
I was like, are you kidding?
Uh-huh.
You know, but he's like, I just went to the dentist and they were wiggling around with my tooth. I just got an implant. He's like, so it must have just fallen out.
So it was a fake tooth. It didn't get knocked out. It just fell out.
No, yeah, it wasn't real. It was like an implant that I guess like didn't work out. And so I was like, I was like absolutely shocked, like stopped in my tracks.
Yeah, when you're making out with somebody
And a body
and
part falls out.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna be shocking.
Right. So like he immediately like turns the lights on and he's like, can you help me find it? Can you help me put it back in?
Wait, okay. Were you guys naked at this point, searching for his tooth?
Yes.
That's
With treasure hunts on. That's amazing.
So we looked like all over the place. We looked through the sheets. We looked like under his bed.
Yeah.
And about after like 10 minutes, we found it. And I gave it to him, and he was like, I'll put it in myself. And I was like, great.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom because I like literally had the willies. Like I had to like.
Well, you just had somebody's tooth fall out and roll down your back. I think that would gross anybody out.
Yeah. I was like disgusted, right? And I was like, okay, come out, like ready to be like, okay, dude, like let's cool it. And he was totally passed out asleep.
Oh, what a
Dana,
date.
I'm going to go ahead and say I understand why you're not calling him back.
Well, I appreciate the support because it was absolutely disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Dana, I should let you know right now that Billy is actually on the phone.
Hey, Dana, I'm
What?
man.
Oh my God,
man.
Billy, I am so sorry. I had no idea you were on the line.
Well, I mean, it's cool. I'm like mortified that happened. It's super embarrassing. Like I don't remember it. I'm sorry that it happened. Like, no one should have to go through that. Oh, but I mean, you have to admit it's kind of funny, right?
Billy, like I understand that you probably think that's funny, but I was absolutely disgusted. Like I thought I was gonna actually throw up at your house.
And not from the alcohol. I was going to throw it because your tooth fell out and rolled down my back.
To be totally honest, like I'm actually kind of relieved to hear like that's what it is, because I would have been like way more mortified if like I had puked on you or something like that. I mean, it's like, it's a tooth. It's a fake tooth. It fell out. It's funny,
Once you see something that you can never unsee, it's just not going to work out.
Oh, you have to give me a second chance. It's such a freak accident, and it's nothing that serious.
A freak accident? Your tooth rolled down my spine.
That's
That's the definition of a freak accident.
Oh my God.
That's a quote I've never thought I'd hear before.
Think about that. That's like a connection that we'd have. That's like a funny story we could tell,
Yeah.
Like,
Dana, what if I pay for it? We'll pay for you guys to go on a second date.
Honestly, you're nice enough, but like not all the money in the world won't unsee that from my brain.
Okay, so you need money for counseling instead of a second date.
Yeah.
because I have a fake tooth, that's the reason. That seems a little shallow,
I think you're reading into it wrong, Billy. She's not turned off by the fake tooth. It's the fact that your fake tooth dribbled down her back before you were about to make love.
But be honest, you can't wait to go tell your buddies this story.
Yeah, dude. If that happened to me, I would be doing the same thing. I'd be on the phone to everybody like, dude, you got to go on Moving 925. Listen to the podcast.
I totally toothed you.
Yeah, I toothed a girl.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their signature move when you go out on a date and you want to try to get a kiss.
Oh.
I know for me, I do the old yawn trick, where you put your hands like kind of by your mouth and you yawn and you stretch them wide and you put your arm around her and then your pants fall to the ground.
What?
because before I did the yawn trick, I
Yeah.
unloosened my belt,
Oh.
and then the pants fall. And hey, you're right in the middle of a crowded restaurant, pants down. There's really nothing she can do.
But kiss you. Yeah, that's usually the option she'll go for.
My signature move. Well, the guy on the phone today who wants to do a second date update apparently used his signature move on the date. He got a kiss, and he's confused why he's not getting a call back. His name is James. James, how are you?
What's going on?
Not much, man. So tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today. Where'd you meet her?
I met her on Tinder.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
And you're actually looking to date someone and not just hook up with them.
I mean, it depends on the night.
Yeah.
No,
It's
okay.
Tinder.
All right.
You know, it can be used
it's a
for all
gamble.
sorts of things.
Exactly.
You put in your email that you use your signature move. I want to find out what your signature move is in a second. But first, tell us how the date went with her.
You know, overall, I thought it went really well, but we got off to a rough start for sure. We went out for dinner, and I was at the restaurant early. I always get there early, you know.
That's considerate.
Right, very considerate.
How early? Are you talking like an hour early and you're just pacing back and forth?
solid 20.
Okay.
A solid 20 minutes.
Because it'd be good to show up
Okay.
like really early and then get mad at her that she shows up like 5 minutes late. I've been here for an hour and a half already. So you showed up early and...
And to continue my gentlemanly ways, I see her. We wave across the room. She comes over, and I pull out the chair.
Uh-huh.
I like to do that. And she goes, "Oh, thank you." And she sits down, and she stepped in front of it, and for some reason, I don't know why, I shoved the chair like at the table, and it knocked her legs out from under her, and she just fell straight on her butt on the chair. And I think it definitely hurt.
So
no.
you aggressively shoved her into the table.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
I think I was nervous or something.
I was wondering if that was your signature move.
Oh,
Sit
yeah, that's
down
a good one.
and you eat.
It's better than pulling the chair out from underneath her.
Did you like comment about that? Because I feel like I would have been
Yeah.
awkward at that point. Like, oh, sorry about that. I pushed the chair in a little too hard. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I made a joke of it. I said like, "Well, that's why I work out."
That's kind of funny. I'll give you that. That's kind of silly.
I don't know my own strength sometimes. So whenever I'm out on dates with like, especially women who are smaller than I know I'm a big dude anyway. I tend to just shove them into the table. After that, did everything go okay?
Yeah, I mean, I calmed down, and we had good conversation. I thought we had a connection. Flirting pretty hard, and remember around dessert, I made the mental note that I'm going to kiss this girl tonight, and I'm going to use my signature move.
All right,
Oh,
let's get to
okay.
that.
I can't wait to hear what this move is,
Yeah,
sir.
what is James's signature move, you stud?
Like, I know you guys are going to totally laugh at this, but honestly, it works. Like, 100% of the time.
Okay.
You know that
Let's
people
hear
are
it.
going to be stealing this move after you tell us.
Yeah, well, I stole it, so
okay.
that's fair game.
Where'd you steal it from?
From a movie.
Oh,
That's always a
I don't
good
remember
place.
which one.
Yeah.
It's been done in many movies. But,
Okay. You're going to have to go a long way convincing me that this is a good move than if you stole it from a movie.
No, it works. I swear to God.
All right.
I know it.
What is it?
So we grab our coats and go outside the restaurant, and then there's the moment where we're saying goodbye. But I was just focused on her and on executing my signature move. And so like we're locking eyes, and I like to hold the moment, for just a little bit of uncomfortableness.
You've really practiced this, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've done this at least a solid 10 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And then what happens after the eye lock?
And so after that moment, she's about to say something. As I see she's about to say something, I move my index finger to her lips and go,
Oh, God.
Oh,
and then I kiss her.
are you
You
serious?
do not do that.
like-
I just rolled my eyes.
Gerard Butler and P.S. I Love You or something?
Maybe that was the movie.
And this actually works for you.
It works. I mean, I know you guys are like laughing it up and think it's ridiculous, but I swear to God, it works.
Did she actually kiss you back, or was she just in shock, standing still like a
No,
statue?
there's the initial shock, but then she she lets go, and then we have a good time.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is how the signature move works. All right, so you guys kissed after you did that, and how did everything end with you?
I walked her back to her car and said, "I'll call you," and she said, "Cool."
All right.
And so I thought it went great, but next few days I'm texting her and just getting absolutely nothing. And a week goes by, and I'm talking to you guys now.
So you haven't heard anything from her at all?
No.
Maybe she's still in a daze
that's what it is.
from how romantic you are.
She's probably still writing in her diary about it as we speak.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, my God.
Either that or she's laid up in the hospital with a fractured rib when you shoved her into the table. That could be it, too. All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Cool.
All right, hang on, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
James, are you a good kisser?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you're just tuning in for the second part of today's second date update, that's James. And James isn't getting a call back from a girl named Brittany. He says at the end of the date, he did his signature move, as he calls it, while they were walking after dinner. They were talking about whatever, and he shushed her and then went in for the kiss, and she kissed him. But, James, I didn't get enough details on the kiss. You said that you kissed her, but I didn't. I need more detail on it to see if, she should be calling you back. So here, we're going to role play a little bit, all right, James?
Oh, God.
I'm her, and you're me.
No.
Or you're her, and I'm me. Whatever. However you want to do it. But I'm just going to start kissing you, and then you tell me when you've had enough, okay?
No.
Here we go.
All right.
Say
All right,
enough,
yeah, that's about all I
James.
can say. That's it.
Is that it?
I'm done.
Yeah, you're
I'm
a
out.
terrible kisser. That's why.
Oh, my God.
That is why you're not getting a call back. Okay, I can
All right.
tell you're a bad kisser.
Got it.
All right,
Oh, James.
we're about to get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back after what seems like a successful date. I mean, you got a kiss at the end of the night, and it's strange that she hasn't answered any of your texts.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask, are you like a moves type of guy, or were you able to actually show her your real personality?
First of all, the move is a part of my personality.
Good answer, bro.
I'm just saying, when you come on a date with some rehearsed plan,
Or lines.
a lot of times you may get lost in that.
Look, I may not have invented it, but it works for me every time, and there's a reason it's in the movies.
Okay, that's true. There probably is a reason it's in the movies. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and find out why she's not calling you back. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Brittany, please?
this is she.
Hey, Brittany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
I'm sorry, I don't know who this is.
Oh, that surprises me with how quickly you answered. I figured you'd be a huge fan. It's a morning radio show, and somebody recently sent us an email about you, and that's why I'm calling today.
I don't understand what's happening.
Well, it's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Basically, if you go out with somebody on a date and then don't call them back after they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. So you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners. His name is James. Do you remember going out with James?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah,
Or is that a good oh my God or a bad oh my God?
it's a bad. Oh my
A
God.
bad oh my God.
Oh.
Do you have a few minutes to tell us about your date with James?
Not really. I kind of want to move on from it.
That bad?
Well, if I could just get you for a second to talk about it, it would help out a lot. He actually liked you a lot, and he's wondering why you're not calling him back. I promise it'll just take a second. We just want to know if he did anything wrong on your date.
I don't know. He just seems like a self-centered type of dude, and I just was turned off by it.
Self-centered, he talked about himself the whole time and didn't pay attention to anything you were saying or something?
He didn't pay attention to anything that I was saying.
Really?
Nothing.
Oh.
He wasn't having a conversation with you, he's just telling you about stuff?
Well, it's like when I was trying to open up to him, you can tell he just was not listening, at all.
Really?
Well, for the way he tells it, everything went amazing, and you guys had a wonderful time, and you kissed at the end of the evening, and you even were like, hey, we'll go out again. So what part is... Let me hear your side of the story, because what part is self-centered, according to you? Because he didn't sound like anything was like that at all.
I love that it's making you laugh.
Well, I just can't believe that's what he told you, because he completely missed the most important part of that actual story.
What?
Okay, what's the most important part?
Well, dinner was fine, and when we were leaving the restaurant, we were, just casually walking, and I was telling him a very personal story about my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, my parents got a divorce, and my dad recently passed away.
Oh, that's
And
sad.
So it's like a real, raw moment for me, and I'm telling him this, and then he had the audacity to shush me.
Oh,
Are you serious?
That was when it happened?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. And not only that, after he shushed me, he kissed me for like 10 seconds.
So,
Oh my gosh, I
if I'm getting this right, he wasn't paying attention to a word you were saying. You were telling him something very intimate, and then he told you to shut up and kissed you.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Why didn't
Okay,
you tell him what was going on?
I was telling him. I just literally told him. He wasn't listening.
Oh, I'd be mortified.
Man. Okay,
and pissed.
so
Oh, God.
did you kiss him back, or
No, I was in shock. My lips were just there, and his lips were just all on mine.
Oh my gosh. Talk about
Brittany?
bad
I'm sorry. I
timing.
can understand why you wouldn't want to call him back.
Oh man.
That was the most awkward thing that's ever happened to me on a date.
If somebody did that to me, I wouldn't want to ever talk to them again. Do you ever want to talk to him again?
No.
Oh, well, that's too bad, because I have to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening right now.
What the hell is this?
James, are you there?
Gosh.
Yeah, I am so sorry. I'm completely mortified.
Yeah,
That's
me
awful.
too.
Would this be a bad time to offer my condolences for your family?
It would be a bit late.
I would think this is a bad time, James.
Well, yeah, I mean, I screwed up. Like, I was just, honestly, I was so focused on trying to kiss you that, I mean, this is definitely going to make me rethink about ever using that move again.
Yeah. Your move kind of backfired, James. Brittany, if you don't know what James was doing, apparently, this is what he told us earlier. That's his signature move at the end of a date.
Don't worry.
If he wants to kiss a girl, he waits until they're talking about something, and then he goes, shh, and then kisses her.
At the right time.
I think this time it was very bad for him.
It was very f***ing bad.
Yeah.
Don't ever use that move again. That was dumb.
Brittany, we all rolled our eyes when he told us about it. But the thing is, and I get why you're upset, but he said such nice things about you when we talked to him earlier.
Okay, that's nice and all, but it doesn't erase the fact of what he did.
I mean, can I just interject real quick? I mean, technically the move still worked.
Oh,
I guess you're right.
James.
I mean, she did kiss me.
I didn't kiss you. I was stunned. I was standing there. It's like just telling you that a death in the family and you shushed me.
Sounds so bad every time.
Yeah, I know it's bad. It's bad, and I really hope you can forgive me in that. Like we can move on from it and try again.
This is a perfect time to ask. Brittany, would you like to go out with James on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Oh, Brittany,
Come on,
you
are you
said
sure,
that you had
James?
a great time before that moment.
Yeah, and James likes you a lot. There's no chance on a second date?
He screwed up. He knows it.
No, he can try that move on somebody else.
Look, I promise I will never shush you again. I'll just do the kissing part.
No, that doesn't make it any better. Clearly, you don't get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
James, I think next time you try to do your patented move where you shush a woman and then kiss her, pay attention to what she's talking about before you do it.
Okay, so I'll modify the move.
Modify your move.
It is a good modification.
Brittany,
Hybrid.
thank you very much for your time. I know you weren't expecting this phone call, but thank you for sharing with us, okay?
No, thank you.
James, do you have anything else to say before we let you go?
Yeah, I think what I got out of it is actually...
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, if that guy's signature move works every time, then why is he still single?
Amen.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And I think we actually found out why he's still single. I'm talking, of course, about the second date update. This guy, James, wanted us to call a girl, Brittany, for him. She wasn't calling back after their date. They even kissed at the end of the date when he used his signature move that he got from the movies. It's ridiculous. Basically, what he does when he goes out on a date is he waits until the right moment when she's talking, and then he shushes her and then kisses her.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be passionate and romantic, except what he didn't realize was the girl that he went out with, Brittany, was in the middle of talking about how one of her family members had passed away, but he wasn't paying attention because he was so focused on doing his signature move that right in the middle of that, he just went, shh, and then kissed her.
And what's shocking to me is that the lesson he learned wasn't that he should maybe just be himself and stop with the moves. It's that he needs to modify the signature move because it
Maybe I
didn't work
should-
quite right.
change my move a little bit. Or maybe you should just pay attention to what your date is saying.
Oh my gosh.
So that you realize, like, maybe if she's just talking about what sort of drinks she likes or she likes going hiking or something, that's an okay time to maybe shush and go in for your move. But when she's talking about the death of a family member, usually isn't the best time to be like, hey, shut up, stop, shut up, I want to kiss you.
And shushing any woman is not a good move. It's
not smart.
I'm surprised how many people have actually had this happen to them, though. We're getting text messages in at 78592 from people that are like, my husband did this to me.
Well,
and then it also follows up with, I told him never to do that to me again or I'd kick his ass. So the shush move is definitely something that you should not do. If you want to get a second date, remember, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.
While this dating story may sound weird to a lot of our listeners, it sounds right on the nose for me.
Really?
Oh.
Because one of our listeners, Adam, just said in his email, he blindfolded his date out in a parking lot, and the rest is history.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Adam, have we hung out before?
What the heck?
I don't think so, man, but I'd like to.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay. So, we'll get into your blindfolding antics in just a second. But
I
first,
bet you'll get into those.
Yeah, I want to know all about
Jeffrey,
it.
I bet.
Tell us about the girl you want us to call. What's her name?
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron. Okay.
Is Aaron physically okay right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't she be?
Because we led with you blindfolded her in a dark parking lot.
And apparently you can't get in touch with her now, so...
I just want to make sure she's not in a trunk or something.
Oh, no, she's fine.
Okay. Where'd you meet Aaron?
Cage, she can breathe.
We met on a dating app.
Oh, okay. It's not getting less sketchy.
Yeah.
No, come on, that's normal.
It is, except for the blindfold part.
Okay.
Some people are into that, Brooke.
Yeah, well, that's just the thing. All these dating apps, you go on so many dates, and they're all kind of same. So I did some research online of maybe some creative things for the first date. And like I read in the article, it enhances the meal. So, yeah, if you're having a blind date, why not have an actual blind date?
That came up online as a suggestion.
So wait, you decided that she couldn't look at you the entire date, or what?
Yeah, why don't you run us through how this works?
Yeah, and how you proposed it to her. Because I can't imagine someone saying yes to a stranger on this one.
At first, she was kind of timid towards it. She's like, maybe I'm not so sure about this. But then I sent her the link from what I was reading, and she kind of eased into the idea, and she was like, yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Was the link to 50 Shades of Grey?
That probably would have worked. Girls love that.
I know.
No, I guess I'm still confused on what the date is, though. Like, what did you do? What is
Yeah.
the idea?
Explain that to us.
Sure. So we met at the restaurant. She got out of her car and texted me that she was there. And then so I walked over and then put the blindfold on. And I was a gentleman. I walked her into the restaurant. I told the restaurant ahead of time.
Blindfolded?
Yeah, blindfolded.
And I have heard of this where they have like these dark restaurants now too, where you go in and you literally can't see anything, and then you eat. Yeah, it's trendy, so that it, like you said, enhances the food. But like on a date, I mean, what was her response to this experience?
We were both having fun, you know. Other than having a blindfold on, it was like any other first date. We were laughing and talking. I guess the only difference is that the waiter had to read to her, you know, what we were going to be eating that night.
Or like describe it to her instead of.
Right.
Instead of being like, what are the specials? You're like, what's the entire menu?
Yeah.
At any point, did you put a blindfold on too?
No, I kept my eyes wide open the whole time.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting. I mean,
one-sided.
Well, but you're both into it, and it'd be something to laugh about and something to talk about and move the date along the entire time. I can't imagine there was probably a lot of awkward silence with your date being blindfolded.
No, she probably wouldn't she'd run if there was silence.
Right. Yeah. And not just enhance the food. Like when you lose one sense, you know, it kind of makes the sounds and everything enhanced too. So maybe she enjoyed the conversation more without having to look at me. So.
Oh, wait, now I have to ask, did you guys kiss? Because that would be more enjoyable blindfolded.
We did not kiss while she had the blindfold on, no.
Okay. Well, obviously you would ask if you could kiss her. I'm not saying just blindfold her and make out with her.
You didn't do the cardinal sin of blindfolding.
What's that?
Running behind her and putting bunny ears over her.
Oh, God, Jeffrey.
I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me when
are
I've
you,
been
Jeff?
blindfolded.
That's why.
If I find out, Adam, that you did bunny ears to her while blindfolded,
God.
then you owe me a blindfold date.
Okay, he's
Oh,
open
man.
for the
I would never.
Okay, that's right. You're a gentleman.
So, Adam, Adam, did she have the blindfold on the entire date? Did it ever come off?
So we had a nice dinner and everything was going well and she enjoyed the blindfold, and then it was time for dessert and I let her take off the blindfold and
That's kind of a poor choice of words in this situation.
I unlocked the restraints and allowed her to remove the blindfold.
You're free now.
Okay, I didn't let her take off the blindfold. I suggested.
Okay. There it is.
All right. And how did she seem after the blindfold came off?
Pleasantly surprised. I apologize for not being more better looking, but
That's funny.
That's some good humor to put in there.
I was thinking that. I'm like, I hope, she doesn't just think you're ugly, bro. But if you address that.
I mean, she's seen my pictures online, so she kind of knew what she was getting into. But
That's true, too. You're right. I forgot about that.
How did everything end?
Well, like I said, we had dessert and we laughed and I paid the bill and, we went back out to the parking lot and I was like, I'd really like to see you again. She's like, yeah, for sure. I'd really like to see you again, too. And
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you again.
Okay.
That's clever.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
So, yeah, we texted a few times after the date, but trying to make more plans. She's always been busy and I really haven't heard much from her since. So I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least you did take it off. I'd be more concerned if it never came off. So, I mean, at least you did that.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of...
You can read someone's tone. I mean, it's the end of the night. She said, text me and I'll see you again.
And I'm glad that we heard about this type of date, because now the next time I go into a Red Lobster and I see a girl blindfolded in a chair over there, I'll be like, oh, okay, she's just having a fun time.
I'm gonna still default to emergency situation.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's gonna still be my default.
Let's see where Erin's at. We're gonna play a song. We'll come back and we'll try and give her a call and get you a second date. All right, Adam?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, hold on. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
What do you call a blindfolded fascist?
What?
Whoa.
I don't know what.
A Nazi.
Nope.
Yeah. Get it? Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
man.
not starting this.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I crushing
Number
old
one,
blindfold
are
jokes
we-
right now? Because one of our listeners, Adam, blindfolded his date, Erin, when they went out to dinner. He got the idea off a dating website, which said blindfolding during the meal makes the food more tasty and the conversation flow better.
Yeah.
Apparently it worked. Adam says they had a really good time. The blindfold came off before they ate dessert. But Adam, we never asked you this. Was there anything that went wrong or felt weird during the blindfold date?
I wouldn't say anything went wrong, but this thing happened a few times where since she couldn't see, she'd be reaching for a fork or a knife, and then she'd just knock her drink over and spill it all over the place. And that happened about 2 or 3 times. And one time she almost knocked over mine, too, but I was able to grab it before it fell over, so I was dry.
Wait, she got herself all wet?
Not completely wet. Most of it spilled onto the floor.
Oh, my God.
It's interesting that after 2 spills, you were like, let's give this one more chance. But, okay.
I was committed. It was a good date idea. You guys should try it.
And, I'm good. That's the thing. Obviously, she was, too, because she didn't take the blindfold off.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. If she was, like, super uncomfortable, she would have just been like, okay, I'm done.
She likes to act like a toddler at the dining room table. I don't know.
Nice.
Okay, let's not forget she hasn't called him back.
That's true.
Something's wrong.
Well, let's figure it out. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. We're going to get your second date. You ready, man?
I am ready. Thank you.
And remember, if this doesn't work out, you and I are going on a blindfold date.
Okay.
You got it, man.
All right.
No bunny ears.
No bunny ears. Here we go.
Yeah, he knows the rule.
Down the number now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Erin?
Yeah, who's this?
My name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Oh, hey.
Oh, she's laughing.
Maybe you listen every once in a while, Erin?
I mean, I do a little. Maybe I've heard some of it before.
Hey, you've heard of us. That will take
She
it.
flipped through the stations once, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, Erin, okay? The reason that we're calling is because we're doing something called a second date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why.
Okay. I don't know if I like where this is going, but all right.
Well, the guy who emailed us, his name's Adam.
Oh, guys. That guy.
Oh,
Oh, you
that
knew
guy.
It's a pretty unforgettable date you had with Adam.
Oh my God. Like, okay, the guy blindfolds me, right?
Yeah, no, he told us all about the date and that he blindfolded you in the parking lot and led you into the restaurant. You guys ate a meal together.
But you knew about it because he said that he emailed you the link of the article saying why it's a fun first date.
Yeah, like that was all fine. I figure, like, you know, I'm open to like a new experience.
Okay.
But what he didn't know, though, is that the blindfold was actually like not thick enough and I could actually see everything that was going on.
Oh,
you could see through it?
Yeah, and I was pretending the whole time because I didn't want to, you know, he was having so much fun, like thinking he's so innovative and stuff. So I didn't want to like blow it for him. And
Wait,
nice of you.
No,
nice.
hold up though. If you could see, why did you spill drinks everywhere?
Oh, he told you about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said you like spilled 3 different drinks and he thought like, I don't know, maybe that's why you weren't calling him back.
No, I did it on purpose.
What? Why?
I did it because he was kind of being like really sneaky and weird during the dates, and I did this to kind of get him back.
Oh,
What was he doing?
wait, yeah. What?
Back. He took you on a nice date.
So you're saying he got sneaky and weird after the blindfold was on?
He got really sneaky and really weird.
How?
Oh.
What did he do?
So he orders a shrimp cocktail, which I guess I was supposed to, you know, of course I pretended like not to know what was coming.
Right.
And he's like talking to me and asking me questions about my life and my childhood and stuff. And then he's like, hold on, don't eat yet, right? And I can see through the blindfold, the guy goes over and takes a big shrimp. And then my entree comes, which is like seafood linguine, which I was like really looking forward to eating. And he starts eating that too.
He's legit eating off your plate?
This guy's a genius.
Yeah, and it's like, does he just go on dates with girls to blindfold them to eat their food? Like,
That seems like a stretch.
But
It is a
why
stretch,
would
I
he do
think.
that? Why would he eat your food?
Maybe
I mean,
he just
are
wants
you...
to taste it.
you tell me. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I actually felt like really like betrayed. Like, oh, this guy blindfolded me. He's texted me a million times about this idea. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to be blindfolded. And then, you know, there's this big reveal. But then, like, as he's sneaking my food, I'm like, he's just doing this to eat my damn food. And that's why he wound up with a few drinks on his lap, or at least I tried.
Okay.
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 So you could see through the blindfold, you saw him stealing the food, and as revenge against him, you were trying to spill drinks on him.
100%. Two can play at this game.
And that's why you're not calling him back?
Yeah, that's why I'm not calling him back. It was the most bizarre, weirdest thing. If he could sneak that, who knows what else he's capable of sneaking? That kind of shows like a character flaw.
Yeah, I mean, next thing you know, he's going through your purse. He's stealing your wallet because you're blindfolded. You can't see.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who knows what he's capable of? He could be sitting on the other line of a radio station waiting to talk to you while you have no idea.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Well,
It is crazy.
it is crazy, and it's happening right now because Adam actually is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm taking the blindfold off now and letting you know Adam has been listening on the other line.
Oh, my God.
Adam, you there?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron.
Nutcase.
Surprise.
Oh, I had no idea that you could see me.
You're admitting to it.
He's guilty.
Why are you eating her food, Adam?
I didn't think she would notice.
You had one job to get a blindfold.
Like, how many other girls do you do this to? You just go on dates to eat their food? Like,
Well, I didn't plan that going in, but while I was there, I was like, oh, she'll never know.
Yeah. I mean,
oh, my
technically.
God. That's so crazy. Do you realize how rude and crazy that is?
I don't really think it's that crazy, but I mean, besides your food, it just looked so much better than mine. And I was like,
Oh, man, I could totally see both sides on this one. Like,
Me
I'm
too.
protective of my food, but I also steal other people's. Like, I am always taking half of my husband's
But
food
when
when
they
he's
see
eating
you
something.
doing it.
I know.
But it's always your date's food or your husband or whoever. They always look better than yours.
I know, Aaron, you can understand that, right?
No, I don't get it. My food's my food. He can eat his own food.
I thought maybe if the portions were smaller, you would think we were at a fancier restaurant.
He's good.
That's
dude.
clever.
He has done this before.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh, man.
I feel like I am still sensing a connection between you two, even though you guys disagree on the food eating thing.
I don't feel
And
this.
I kind of do too. I mean, you got to think about it, Aaron. Like, yeah, he should have asked, but also, to his defense, you should have told him that you could see him doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he was so excited about the blindfold thing. I'm not like a total heartless person, you know. I couldn't like rain on his parade that hard.
Well, you could have just found a different fabric then to actually make it work. If you had just been honest.
Noted. So next time, better blindfolds.
Yeah.
Okay. No blindfolds.
I've got a website that I can give you, Adam, where they have really high quality ones. Silk.
Appreciate that.
Okay. And that being said, I would love to send the two of you out on another date. Our show will pay for it. Aaron, what do you say?
If you want to go on the date, I'll go blindfold. You can take my food. Oh. You can even give me the bunny ears.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
That's intimate.
Wow. Aaron, give him another chance. He wasn't malicious or anything.
Well, he is actually funny and cool. I mean, he's being funny about this whole thing, and I did enjoy our conversation during the meal, so I guess I'll give him another chance.
All right. Congratulations, Adam.
Yeah.
You just got a second date.
Oh, terrific.
Oh, man. I can't tell if he got a second date or he just got a night of payback.
Order 2 entrees, bro.
I'm just letting you know, I'm ordering the most expensive.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't even think the guy that's on the phone to do a second date update today should even want to get a hold of this girl that he wants us to call.
Why?
Well, his email said that she turned down free pizza. And anybody who turns down free pizza, in my opinion, is a communist.
Whoa!
That's right. Not even worth your time at all. Daryl, are you sure you still want to call this girl?
Yeah, I'm
all right.
still sure.
You realize she turned down delicious pizza, right?
I do realize that. Yeah.
Sounds like you want to kick her out of the country as
Damn
well.
it, Daryl, I hate her so much. Tell us her name, first of all. What is her name?
Monica.
And how did you meet Monica?
We actually met on Tinder.
Oh,
nice.
And I thought she was really cute, and we were chatting back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought everything was going great, and so I asked her out to dinner.
And you guys went to dinner? Did you go to pizza?
No.
Oh.
No.
Sorry. Didn't mean to bring up that sore subject again.
Jesus.
It's okay. We actually ended up going to a bar because she said that she already had eaten, and she suggested, why don't we just get some drinks? So that's what we did. We went to a bar, we grabbed some drinks.
I always think it's smarter to go straight to drinks on a first date. It's not as involved.
You loosen up right
Yeah,
away.
you loosen up, and you can bail after one drink if it turns out the whole situation's bad.
Yeah, that's true. The only issue was that I hadn't eaten anything.
So you got super hammered?
Oh, no.
But it was going so well, though. We were telling stories, but then I realized I was getting really tipsy, and I kind of got a little drunk, and I have no idea how I was coming off. So I'm thinking I got to get some food in me. So I suggested, well, why don't we come back to my place? We can just get a pizza and hang out some more there. And
that's when she dropped the hammer on you, huh?
Right. Yeah. She said no.
Turn down free pizza at your place. I am so fired up about this, Daryl. Do you think that she turned down the offer for free pizza because it was at your place?
Yeah.
And you didn't say, let's go to a place where they have pizza at a restaurant?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm hoping she didn't get the wrong message. But, I mean, she helped me flag down a cab.
Well, that was nice.
Were you that drunk?
Well, I couldn't drive.
Yeah, but for her to help you flag down a cab, sounds like you were falling down and she had to drag you out there and, like, help you get in a car.
Well, no, not exactly. I was conscious, but I just...
Were you able to walk straight, Daryl?
I think so.
If we were to ask your friends, would they say you have like a really bad history with drunk behavior? Do you get ridiculous? Do you take your pants off in public like Jubal?
No, nothing like that. I had no food in me at all.
How much of the date do you remember? I mean, do you remember all of your conversations? Because you say you don't know how you came off.
Earlier on, I remember everything, and just I'm remembering like pieces of it. I remember flagging down the cab and everything. And I remember when she said no to the pizza.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Who would forget that?
Daryl, was there a chemistry, like, were things really honestly going really well before you got wasted that you remember?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Things were going really well. We were connecting, and she loved my stories, everything we were talking back and forth.
When I'm drunk, I think I'm telling great stories
Yeah,
though too.
me too. I had a drunk guy the other night at a comedy show tell me the same story 3 times in a row. It was
like,
ridiculous.
I'm killing it.
Yeah, and he thought he was doing a great job. Well, obviously you've tried to get a hold of her to go out again. Has she responded at all?
Well, I texted her that night saying sorry, sorry for being so tipsy, and thanking her. And she actually texted me right back. She, LOL'd and says no problem.
Okay.
But since then, I haven't been able to get a hold of her at all.
You haven't heard anything from her?
Really?
No.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get this pizza-hating Nazi on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Daryl is on the phone with us right now. He wants us to call a girl named Monica today. Daryl admittedly got a little too drunk on his first date with Monica. The only thing he really remembers is them having good conversation while they were out having drinks, and then him inviting her back to his place to have some pizza because he hadn't had anything to eat yet, and her saying no, and then helping him get into a cab. Daryl, I'm actually really excited for your second date update because it's kind of like Christmas morning for me. It's kind of like unwrapping a present to see what the hell you did when you were drunk. Every time after a night of drinking, you always wonder what exactly happened. Even if you remember everything going right, you're still like, I don't know, though. Something could have gone wrong, and you don't know until you actually talk to the person who was around you sober, and they can tell you if you did something weird.
It's like a fun case of amnesia.
Yeah, are you ready to find out if you did something wrong?
I am, yeah.
Do you think that there's a possibility you could have, or do you think maybe she just couldn't be turned off by the fact that you got so drunk on your first date?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd like to just ask her if we could go on like a legit date and get some dinner and present myself as I truly am.
Before we make this phone call, do you need to take a shot of something to get your courage up?
No, I'm not going to do that.
All right, I'll call it right now. Here we go, man.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Monica, please?
Speaking.
Monica, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, how can I help you?
Do you know who this is?
Some type of a business? I guess, I don't know.
Yes, it is, sort of. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5 radio show.
Okay.
I'm calling you, Monica, because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Okay.
And he emailed our show asking if we could get you on the phone to find out why you won't call him back for a second date.
Who are we talking about?
His name is Daryl.
God.
He says that you guys went out and had a few drinks together. He maybe had more than a few drinks. And the last thing he remembers is you helping him get into a cab.
Well, okay, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay. And he says that he's been trying to get a hold of you because he'd love to see you again, but you have not been returning any of his texts or phone calls. That's why we're calling you. We're asking if he did something wrong on the date, and you don't want to see him again.
Well, yeah, honestly, guys, I really don't have time to talk about, like, the worst dates of my life.
Wow, the worst date of your life. Can you just give us a little bit of information?
I mean, he said some stuff that I just can't get out of my mind, and that just let me know he's not for me.
Monica, do you have a few minutes to just tell us what he said so that we can tell him not to ever do that again to another female?
Yeah.
Okay. We were having drinks. We were bantering back and forth. We were telling stories about, our worst dates and things like that on Tinder. And it kind of turned into like a one-up thing, So I would say something and tell him about the guy that, tried to grope my butt. And then he would say something. And then I would go back. And I said one thing, and he told me something that is just disgusting. He told me that he had chlamydia.
What?
How did he get chlamydia?
He told you like he currently has chlamydia?
Oh. And not only that, he said he's had it like 3 times.
Wow.
Like, was it like a confession, or was it like he's trying...
Three different times.
Oh, no.
How did that come up? Did he just spit it out like that?
It was really weird. I think the alcohol had him, being a little bit more honest than he wanted to. So, he was telling me, and I told my story, and then he said, since he's been on Tinder, he's gotten chlamydia 3 times.
Oh, wow. All right, Monica.
That's awful.
Hey, completely understandable why you aren't calling him back and maybe don't want to see him again.
You can't get out of that one.
Yeah, once you tell somebody you have an STD on a first date, usually it doesn't end up very well.
Unless they've got it too. Really.
No wonder she said no to going home to pizza.
Yeah. It was really weird because, I asked, I said, who still has sex without condoms, like in today's day? Who does that? And he said that he got a vasectomy so he can have sex and it would feel better. So he would rather have a disease than have kids.
And he also opened up to you that he had a vasectomy.
Oh, wow.
Monica, if you could say one thing to Daryl to help him date better, what would it be?
First, don't lead with that you've had chlamydia 3 times. That's not okay on the first date. And then secondly, just slow your roll. Calm down.
Monica, you kind of already just told him that because Daryl is actually on the phone listening.
Listen, I don't remember saying that to you, okay? I just want to move forward with this, and, whatever happens in our past is in the past.
Whoa. Slow down. We are moving forward. As soon as I put you in the cab, you move forward from my life.
Just pretend I didn't say that, and I just want to move forward. I don't care what happens in your past. You don't have to tell me everything. I didn't mean to. I don't remember.
Are you serious? Are you out of your mind? Are you really trying to have a future with me when you've already admitted to having chlamydia 3 times?
All I'm saying is there's more to me than you know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to have a legit date.
Like other STDs?
Oh my gosh, girl.
I'm so sorry that you think that this is going to go any further. I have to be completely honest with you. You're the reason I'm off Tinder to begin with. So I'm over it.
You dropped Tinder after this date?
I'm completely done with it. He was the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. He was like the stamp that closed everything up for me.
Daryl, why would you be so open about that?
I had an empty stomach.
Yeah, that stomach is ruining your life, man. It's making you get drunk on first dates. It's making you get chlamydia, all kinds of stuff. Monica, would you like to go out on a second date with Daryl? We will pay for it.
I think that I am very secure in my answer in saying hell no.
Yeah.
All right. Daryl, there you go, man. That's your answer. I'm sorry. No second date for you.
Yeah, all right.
Daryl, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, I know you're not technically okay, but mentally, are you all right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Are you gonna?
Thanks, guys.
You realize that telling somebody that you have an STD on a first date could be a turnoff, right?
Yeah.
You sound kind of shocked still.
I realize that, but at least I don't have herpes.
Good point. You got something that can go away with some penicillin or whatever. You know what? I think we can all say that today.
Yeah.
At least we don't have herpes.
It's all about perspective.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today says he met the girl he wants to call at a charity auction. I think charity auctions are actually a great place to meet people because it's a room full of givers. And I like any function that's full of a bunch of givers and just one person receiving. So I think that's a great place to meet people. Okay. I'm down with that. What's up, Josh? How are you?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Good.
You giver?
Yeah, indeed.
Indeed. Did you notice the girl that you ended up going on a date with when you're at the auction?
Actually, no. So, charity auction, good for a good cause. I found a piece of art that I really liked, and I got into a bidding war with somebody over it, and eventually I won.
Nice. That can be exciting.
I know. It felt pretty good. And then when I went up to pay for it, this beautiful woman, out of nowhere, comes up to me and says that she was the one bidding for it that I beat.
Oh, okay. And then you rubbed it in her face and left.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. First, I was a little taken aback because she was very striking. And then she offered to buy the piece of art from me. But I said that was not going to happen. But how about instead I take you out on a date?
Okay. Wait, a date in exchange for the piece of art?
No. So she doesn't get the piece of art.
No, keeping that.
But, if all things work out, she could see it.
Yeah, maybe it could be hanging on your bedroom ceiling someday, and you both could be staring at it.
Sure. That's a possibility. But she agreed. She was a little taken aback by my forwardness, but, smiled and agreed. And then we went on a date.
What's her name, by the way?
Camden.
All right. And how was the date with her? Would you just talk about the painting the whole time and you guys haggle over the painting the entire time?
No, we did talk about the painting, but we talked about other art that we both really appreciated. Just like it felt, when you're like, you talk to somebody, it's like the first time, but you felt like you've known them like your whole life.
Totally.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I haven't felt that often, and it was really nice and really enjoyable.
And it sounds like you guys have a ton of common interests. I mean, obviously, you're both charity-driven people. You like the same style of art.
We do. But one of the things we differed on, she's a big fan of this Pinot that she wanted to order with dinner. I was not the biggest fan.
Oh, wine fight.
That's probably why she's not calling you back. We disagreed on wine. That's it. It's all over.
By the way, you guys sound like the two richest people going out. Like, we like the same art, but the wine is not going to work. Yes.
Well, I'm not that rich. I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay. But I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself rich. Some people were throwing down tons of money at this charity auction, which is great. But it's like, wow, that's much more rich for me. I couldn't handle that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, how did the rest of the date go?
I thought pretty well. We went home because we walked back to her place because it was pretty close by. We had some more wine, and then I stayed the night.
So it
That
really
sounds like
well.
a successful date.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Did you guys hook up?
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay. That was your respectful way of saying it. I stayed the night.
What was it like the next morning?
That's the thing. When we woke up, like, her demeanor completely changed. She basically rushed me out of the house. She kept going on like she was late for something. She had to go, which I understand. Like, I've been late for things before. I kind of get freaked out and frantic and like, I gotta get there as soon as possible. But like all the friendliness and the warmth she had the night before, like, just disappeared. Good. Like, I wasn't trying to slow her down or anything like that. Like, I got my stuff. I got out of there.
Maybe she was just trying to sleep with you in hopes she would get that painting. And then you didn't give it to her, and now she's like, get out.
That's not crazy.
That was one of the things I thought of, but she doesn't seem like that shallow of a person.
Did you do anything weird or that would have upset her in the night?
I don't think so.
You didn't, like, use her toothbrush or something?
No.
Okay.
She had a guest toothbrush. It was very nice. But no, I didn't do anything creepy or weird or untoward.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what she wanted.
Do you think I should have done more weird stuff with her?
Oh, yeah. Go as freaky as you want on date one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. All out
Then you know.
Oh, my God.
Like, you don't want to try stuff later on after you guys already have too many feelings involved.
Don't listen to their advice.
Yeah, no, I've never done that before, so
Okay.
I wouldn't even know how to push that envelope.
Have you guys really talked at all since you guys hooked up?
I'm not really, no. I sent her 3 texts, kind of, keeping it friendly and warm, like, I had a good time, love to hang out again, but, like, she's only written back, thanks.
Ooh, that's cold.
Yeah, that's a bad review probably for how things went that night.
Not even a thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, well, play a song, then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Cool, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in to today's second date update, Josh is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Camden. They actually met at a charity art auction. They were bidding on the same painting. He ended up winning it, but that struck up a conversation and they went to dinner and actually ended up hooking up. But the next morning, she rushed him out of her place and he hasn't been able to talk to her since. Hey, Josh?
Yep.
Have you seen that painting in the last couple days?
Yes, I have.
Are you sure? Because maybe the reason she's not calling you back is because she's actually an international art thief. And while you were making passionate love to her and you guys were both making eye contact, she was scanning your retinas so she could use it to get through the security at your place to steal your beloved painting.
Yes, my front door, all the security I got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good theory, huh? Good theory.
you got a sophisticated security system around your house, don't you?
You guys should probably know this. I bought the painting for $80.
Okay.
I didn't say she was like a high budget art thief.
It's either art thief or you were just really bad in bed is more my guess.
Yeah, for your sake, I hope it is art thief. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Great, thank you.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, I was looking for Camden.
this is Camden.
Camden, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh. Okay,
How are you? How are you doing today?
I'm fine. You're a radio show?
I am a person
Mm-hmm.
who has feelings and hair. I'm not a radio show,
I can confirm he has
but
hair.
I do work on a radio show. Yes.
Okay, why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. Well, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out why. And you recently met a dude named Josh at a charity auction.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And Josh sent us an email. He told us about the evening you hung out. Not all the details, although if you're down to share all the details, I'd love to know. But he told us about hanging out with you, and he says that, you know, the next morning after you guys hooked up and everything, you rushed him out of the house and haven't talked to him since, and he's wondering why.
Oh, my God. He seriously called you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Should it be obvious to him why you're not calling him back?
You'd think, but I don't know. You don't really know people, I guess, until you've spent the night with them, and then you learn a lot, and it was just bad, and I don't know. That's such a good question. If he knows why, I don't want to talk to him anymore. And if he doesn't, that's almost scarier than if he did.
Okay.
Whoa.
So do you mind telling us then? Because if he doesn't know, he should probably know, right?
I mean, it's so personal, but I just don't. He did something that even if we had been like married for decades is something I would still not do myself, and I would sure hope whoever I was with wouldn't do it either.
Wait, he did it when you guys were in the throes of passion?
No, it was after we were together.
What did he do?
God, it's so gross.
Really?
He went into the bathroom after we were done, and he didn't close the door.
What?
Like, he was just in there, like, doing his business. Like, and we're not talking number one, okay? We're talking
Wait, he sat down for a toozy with the door open?
He most definitely did.
Ew.
And I could hear and see and, yes, smell everything that was happening.
Oh,
Totally disgusting. I've just met this person, you know, and we were on, like, you know, a first date, first staying the night moment.
Yeah.
And he immediately reverts to this behavior. So just absolutely the most unromantic, gross thing. And then it got worse because he did not wash his hands afterwards. And I know.
Did you tell him to get back into that bathroom? Go back to that sink right now.
You just wiped.
I was shocked. And I know he didn't wash his hands because I was just like, from my bed, I can see my bathroom.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That might be worse than the
I'm gonna
actual
tell
act.
you don't even do that when you're married, okay? We keep the door shut during that business.
I would hope not. And then he wanted to cuddle with me. Like, he wanted to touch me with his bacteria-laden hands.
Get away, poop fingers.
Is that when you rushed him out of the house?
Well, you know what? I feel like I was actually pretty kind that I didn't just, like, leap out of bed and say, get out right now. Like,
Yeah.
I let him stay, but I mean, God, I felt like I was just sleeping next to some giant animal or something, and I just...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I couldn't wait for him to leave the next day. I told him that I was running late for something and just got him out of there as fast as I could.
He could have just forgot to wash his hands.
You know, I have been drunk and remembered to wash my hands. Like, this is a habit.
Yeah, and either way, I mean, the hand washing aside, too, to do that with the door open when you guys just met. I know some couples out there are like, we're so close, we do it on each other. That's how close we are. But for a lot of people, that's one thing you should hide from each other, you know? Close the door when you go to the bathroom.
I mean, it's not like he's a horrible human being or something. I mean, it's just, I don't know how
Thank you, Camden.
possibly...
I appreciate you telling me I'm not a horrible person. After all that, I kind of feel like it. Wow.
Who is this?
Oh, Camden, that's Josh.
Hi.
He's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
I'm an animal?
Are you kidding me? He's been on the phone this whole time?
Yeah, he has. Apparently, he couldn't wait until we brought him into the conversation either.
But this,
oh my God.
Don't feel bad. This is stuff that he needs to learn about, Camden.
Oh my
Not
God.
that big of a deal.
Whoa!
It's completely
It's not a
natural.
It's what?
Everyone goes to the bathroom. We just were intimate with each other.
Josh, I didn't say
That's
you
as
couldn't go to the
intimate as it
bathroom.
gets.
I don't need to witness it. And the whole, what's with the not washing your hands?
Well, my hands weren't dirty.
What?
What?
Did you not wipe?
No, I wiped. I mean, I know how to wipe myself and not get my hands dirty while doing it. There's a barrier there.
Josh, I thought for sure you were going to come on this phone and apologize profusely and say, oh my God, I forgot, or oh my God, I realized once I was already halfway through it that I hadn't shut the door and I didn't know what to do. Like,
Okay, well, no, I do apologize if Camden, you felt, kind of bombarded by that and you were disgusted by that. I am sorry that you felt that way. That was the way I was raised. My family, we all, everyone poo-poos. And we would just poo-poo with the door open. It was never a big deal.
Did you just say
did it naturally?
poo-poo?
Yeah.
Did you just call it poo-poo?
Yeah, everybody poo-poos.
I kind of like it now. Like, I don't know, Josh, the way you put it and you put it in those words, I'm like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's just a poo-poo.
It sounds like the title of one of my toddler's potty training books.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Does your toddler wash his hands after he goes potty?
Absolutely.
Okay, forget the hand washing thing. That's something that can change, sure. But like Camden, I wouldn't have a problem watching you poo-poo.
Why do you keep saying it like that, Josh?
That is never going to happen, okay? Not only because I wouldn't, but because I don't think we're going to see each other again.
Oh, no.
Seriously? Because of a little poo-poo? You don't want to see me again?
Yeah, seriously, Josh, because of that, okay? I mean, no decent person would be okay with someone, like, taking a crap in front of them, all right? That is just how it is.
Josh, is there any way that you could change? Like, you could be okay shutting the door while going to the bathroom?
Honestly, I just thought I would show her how comfortable I was with her. I mean, our conversation was so nice and so comfortable. Like, I don't mean to scare you with this language, but, like, it did kind of feel like we were like an old married couple, the way we just kind of conversed and, had a good time talking.
Well, I think you fast-forwarded the relationship pretty far, and let's just fast-forward it to when maybe one of us is dead and, like, we're not together anymore.
Camden, you literally can't come back from this. I mean, you really liked this guy all the way up until that moment. Like, what if he promises to never do it again and to always shut the door in your presence?
Because I kind of am worried about what else is going to come out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like that he really is just like, look, this is just how it is. This is how my family is. Like, what other things do they do? Do they, like, drink off the milk carton right out of the fridge? Like, I mean, what other habits are going to unfold in this scenario? And then he's going to just be like, what? That's how it is. That's what people do.
Well, I don't drink out of the milk carton. I use glass. I put glasses on top of the dishwasher, plates on the bottom. That's industry standard.
And you can close the door while you go to the bathroom. You should add that to your list.
Absolutely. Camden, if you give me another chance, I will close the door when I go to the bathroom.
All right. Camden, would you like to go on a second date with Josh? We will pay for it.
Come on. I'm actually
He promises to close the door.
God,
You guys could go over all of your, like, boundary stuff on the next date.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome date. Just discussing what you will and won't have in your life. Yeah.
I gotta say, I feel like we've already been through a therapy session. This, to me, it just might have been too much too soon. I think it killed all potential romance.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can't really unsee or unhear what happened.
You're absolutely right, and this is, for me, Josh, you're not a terrible guy. I don't think that. I kind of feel like maybe find someone else who's got the same kind of relaxed standards around those things as you do, and you'll be happier.
Well,
I'm really sorry to hear that, but you're probably right.
sorry, Josh, no second date for you, but thank you both for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And before we let you go, Josh, can you just tell me what you call it one more time?
You mean the poo-poo?
Yes, the poo-poo. Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Move at 92.5.
Hey, Andrew, you there?
Yes.
Hey, I was going to do the second date, but I just need to check my schedule, so I'll get back to you on that, okay? Sound good?
No.
All right. If you're just joining us, Andrew is on the phone for a second date. He actually met a girl that he used to know in college for coffee. I guess after college, he went away for a while, came back, and thought she was cute and hit her up to see if she wanted to get coffee. It wasn't posed as a date, though. It was just like two friends catching up. They had coffee, and at the end of it, he kind of asked her out again, and she said, let me check my schedule. And he's texted her a few times, but nothing in return. So he's wondering why she's not getting back to him at
She
all.
must have a huge schedule.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. I'm going to call her. Are you ready?
All right, let's see what happens. Yep.
I do want to know, though, Andrew, because I forgot to ask you, did she give you any indication that she may have romantic feelings for you, or is this a total shot in the dark?
I don't know if she was giving me any signals or not. I mean, she's beautiful. I mean, I was kind of mesmerized.
Well, that's definitely a signal. Beautiful means that she must like you.
I know, but like, it was hard for me to like read her.
Okay.
You guys are friends.
All right. Well, I'm going to call her right now and see if we can figure it out, okay?
All right, cool.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Madison?
This is.
Madison, hi, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. Do you know what Brooke and Jubal in the morning is?
Yes, why are you calling me?
Just checking in, saying hi. We do that often. Just
don't.
call random phone numbers and say hi.
You do? I
No.
had no idea. I didn't know you.
Absolutely not. We don't do that.
That'd be
I'm
awesome if we did, though.
calling you today, Madison, because somebody emailed us about you.
What? Really?
Yeah. We do a segment on the show called The Second Date. Are you familiar with that?
Will you remind me what that is?
Yeah, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then you don't call them back, that person can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email about you from a dude named Andrew.
Huh.
Yeah, Andrew, an old buddy from college.
Andrew.
You guys met up for coffee.
Yeah, which it doesn't even really qualify as a date because it was a friend's coffee thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was coffee.
Right. He did tell us, though, that he asked you out at the end of that, and he was asking you on a date. He's not sure if you knew that or not, but you haven't texted him or called him back, so he's wondering if he did something wrong.
Oh, the whole thing is just kind of awkward, and it's a little bit embarrassing, even just thinking about it.
Embarrassing? How so?
I just. All right. I'm just going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
So I got this text from a number I did not recognize, and it said, "Hey, this is Andrew from business school. You want to go get coffee?" And my brain went, Andrew, because this Andrew was very, very good looking.
Oh.
And the kind of good-looking guy with, like, all these tattoos and just, like, the beautiful hair and the big blue eyes. Yeah, that Andrew.
So you actually had a crush on Andrew.
Oh, Andrew was, yes.
Okay, so if Andrew is so cute and you had a crush on him, why aren't you calling him back?
This is where it gets very embarrassing. So I said, of course.
Yeah.
So I go to the coffee shop. I am there on time. I'm at the right one. At least I think I am, because I walk in. I don't see Andrew anywhere. So I'm checking my text messages to make sure that we just got the right place and the right time, and I'm there.
Oh, my God. Are you nervous?
Of course. I don't know. I haven't seen him in like 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around the coffee shop, and I just don't see him anywhere, okay? Had this specific person in my brain that I'm looking for, and then all of a sudden, I kid you not, I see somebody by the window waving at me, and I'm like, oh, God, that is an Andrew that I know from business school, but it's not the right Andrew. It wasn't the right Andrew.
Oh.
Does he look different, or is he not the same person?
oh, he is not the same person, like not the same Andrew that is in my brain that I am thinking I am going to meet.
So you were thinking you were meeting a different Andrew that you knew from business school.
Yes.
You knew 2 Andrews from business school?
It's a pretty common name. I just didn't really think about it. I just went to the Andrew that I had the crush on, you know?
So to put it bluntly, you were disappointed that it was this Andrew that hit you up and not the other Andrew.
Yes. I mean, that's so mean to say, but this other Andrew, I mean, I don't know. I just barely really even knew him. We had a couple classes together, but we didn't really talk.
Oh.
Were you able to get past that? Were you able to like sit down and...
I mean, I wasn't shocked. Like, oh, this is not the right Andrew.
Yeah.
So how do I go from here?
Yeah.
So basically, you just put a smile on your face, which I had to, and then you just sit and you say hello. And the thing is, he's so nice. It wasn't even like I was killing for conversation. It was more like I was just disappointed. And just the worst part was I just knew he was interested in me, and I just knew that it wasn't going to be returned.
Oh. Yeah, he's just not the Andrew for you.
Yeah, he was average Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being honest, Madison. I appreciate it. Also, I have to let you know that the average Andrew is actually on the other line listening right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, not the cool Andrew. The other one. He's on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh God.
So, I guess I wasn't the right Andrew then?
That's what it sounds like.
Poor Andrew.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't even know what to say right now.
I mean, you were pretty disappointed then, yeah?
Oh, God. Andrew, don't concentrate on that.
No. No, you were so nice. It was, it was just different. It was just different.
But less than,
Like I said, it was just different. I mean, you remember, you know that Andrew, right? From college? I mean, you remember him.
Remember that other Andrew?
I mean, who could forget him?
Do you remember the other Andrew?
I remember him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, remember, like, just sexy and had tattoos. Did you have any classes with him?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you would know. You would know if you had classes with this Andrew. Trust me, you would know.
Okay, yeah, I mean, probably. I probably had classes with the other Andrew, yeah.
Are you still in contact with him? Like, are you guys friends? Do you have his number?
What?
I don't know. I'm just
Do I
taking
have his number?
I don't know. You had classes with him, so maybe
Are you...
Hey, Madison, what about this? You want to go on a date with this Andrew, and then maybe you guys can talk about it in person over dinner and find out if he has the other Andrew's number? We'll pay for it. We'll pay for a date.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. I mean, maybe we can even get the other Andrew together, and we can, like, get some other people from our class and, like, have a big, like, reunion and all hang out together.
That's not a date, Madison.
I don't know. I kind of want us all to be together. We haven't all been together in a long time.
No.
It would be fun.
What? We never hung out as a group together. That would never work.
Hey, you never know now. Maybe it would work out.
Oh, my God.
What is the impetus for this, Madison? It's like all you want is the other Andrew. So, like, c'est la vie. Sorry it wasn't him. Okay?
No. Andrew, you were so nice. It was a nice coffee date, and it was
No one wants to be called nice, dude.
You're so sweet, and you're so, I just pictured Andrew 1, but you were Andrew 2, so I just, pictured Andrew 1 and not 2.
Second in line.
So
you get it? I don't know.
Okay, Madison, but the question is, will you go out on a date with this Andrew 2?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of ruined for me now.
Really? Oh, because you're thinking about that other Andrew. You want to go with him too now, huh?
I mean, I don't know. She literally just called me Andrew 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
she'd definitely be thinking of the other Andrew anytime you guys were together.
Sorry, Andrew. At least you know why she wasn't calling you back now. Yeah,
You know
no
what,
problem.
you'll
And
be-
if anybody out there knows the real Andrew, tell him to call us.
Andrew 1.
So, can I leave my number with one of you guys? So, in case somebody does know where Andrew 1 is?
Yeah, sure. Leave your number with our producers, and if the Andrew that has the tattoos and is sexy is listening, you can call in.
With the hair and the tattoos. I'm here, Andrew 1. Just call me.
Okay, Andrew 1, if you're out there, hit us
Oh my
up.
God, he must be hot.
Today, a dude named Andrew is on the phone for a second date, although he hasn't even been on a date with the person he wants to call.
What?
So I don't even know what this segment should be called right now. A first date, or I want to ask somebody out. Help me. I don't know. Andrew, what's up? How are you, man?
Yeah, I guess you're, kind of right. You know? It was a coffee. It was like a ketchup. But let me kind of get...
You're all over the place right now.
Yeah, he's excited.
I'm a little flustered. But I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell it then? How did you meet the girl you want to call today? What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Madison.
Okay.
We went to college together, and I had a crush on her in college.
Okay.
Oh.
And have you guys stayed friends since college, or was it?
Yeah, a little bit. We kind of reconnected after college. After about 4 years, I went overseas to study and get my master's and teach a little bit.
Fancy.
So 4 years, coming back after that, I shot her a text.
Awesome.
And I was like, hey, what are you up to? You want to grab some coffee?
Wow.
Okay.
Timing's everything in this world, man.
Just like super casually, and I know I probably should have been like, hey, I liked you, or whatever. I don't even know. I didn't set the precedent. I didn't say anything.
Okay, so you guys, back in the day, you didn't have a romantic relationship. You guys were just...
No, we were just friends.
Okay, so when you texted her for coffee, she probably was just thinking just catching up with an old friend.
Yeah, you've been gone for 4 years.
I don't know what she was thinking. I mean, I was thinking like, hey, this person is really cute. I think maybe I could catch up with them. I don't know. I was kind of leaving it open.
I think that's perfect, though. Like, there's no pressure on it, and you can still be friends if something doesn't work out. It's not a date, but,
right.
It has the potential to spark something. Did it?
For me, it definitely did, but I don't know about for her. She's not calling me back.
Okay.
So did you guys meet up for coffee? You did have a...
We did.
Okay.
She said yes, which is awesome. And we met up for coffee. We caught up, told us about like what we were doing. And then 15, 20 minutes into it, we started reminiscing about college.
Yeah. Was there any awkward times? Because sometimes when you meet up with old friends, you're like, oh, this is why we kind of don't talk anymore.
No, not at all. It was really smooth and really fun and just vibrant, vibrant conversation.
Vibrant. That's a good word.
I know, yeah. It was good. It was really, really great. It was quick. It was maybe about 45 minutes. It wasn't like a date, But at the end of our, hangout date thing, I was like, I would love to hang out again,
Oh, come on. That was your chance to say, I'd love to take you out to dinner. Then
on a real
then
date.
you know it's a date. Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I chickened out again.
Okay. So did she take that other offer to hang out as a date, or was she thinking just friends still? Do you know?
I don't know. There was a pregnant pause, and I was like, that's her moment.
Yeah.
And so then what she said to me was so perplexing. She said, I don't know my schedule yet.
Oh.
That's
bad.
Yeah, that's not a very good
Most
answer.
adults know
Yeah.
their schedule.
I don't know what that means. So, I really wanted to tell her, can you check your phone and look really quickly?
So demanded right there. Check your schedule.
Right
If you don't know it, let me know right
Pull
now.
up your calendar.
Yeah. I mean, you have your phone.
Well, okay, but on the other side, so it could be something where she's blowing you off, or it could be like, oh, let's schedule something right now. I got to figure out what my calendar is. Maybe that's what she meant.
I mean, that'd be great if she answered me, but she didn't. She didn't text me, and the weekend passed, and there you go.
Did you text her?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to text her, but she didn't text me back. So I don't know what's going on, guys.
Okay, yeah, neither do we. I don't even think she knows what's going on.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
weird.
so we're going to call her and then ask her if she'll go out on an actual date with you.
I mean, yeah, I just want to kind of see what she is thinking, Did I do something wrong? I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay for her coffee. Maybe she thought that was an offensive thing. I don't know. There's so many things that are kind of going through my head. I just wanted to kind of see what's going through hers.
Okay. We'll attempt to answer that question. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, hang on.